Spain has indicated that they'll be delivering ground-based air defense systems to Ukraine. This development has taken place as NATO member countries collectively rush to provide Ukraine with advanced air defense capabilities they need to combat attacks like the recent barrage of Russian cruise missiles and drones on Kyiv and other Ukrainian cities. In a press conference held Thursday, NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg announced that Spain would be sending 4 medium-range, homing-all-the-way killer Hawk air defense systems to Ukraine. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff General Mark A. Milley specifically mentioned Hawk was requested by Ukraine. He said, "What needs to be done here by all the various countries that were at the conference today is to chip in and help Ukraine rebuild and sustain an integrated air missile defense system, specifically older systems. Ukraine has asked for Hawk or improved Hawk, IHawk as it's called. That's a medium-altitude, medium-range system. It's an older system, but it's quite effective." In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why the transfer of Hawk air defense systems for Ukraine from Spain is bad news for Russia. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by NordVPN. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. Use the code DEFENSE at the checkout to get an extra month free for the 2-year plan. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The Raytheon MIM-23 Hawk is an American medium-range surface-to-air missile. It was designed to be a much more mobile counterpart to the MIM-14 Nike Hercules, trading off the range and altitude capability for a much smaller size and weight. Its low-level performance was greatly improved over Nike through the adoption of new radars and a continuous wave semi-active radar homing guidance system. It entered service with the U.S. Army in 1959. Development of the Hawk missile system began in 1952, when the United States Army began studies into a medium-range, semi-active radar homing surface-to-air missile. In July 1954, development contracts were awarded to Northrop for the launcher, radars, and fire control systems, while Raytheon was awarded the contract for the missile. The first test launch of the missile, then designated the XSAM-A-18, happened in June 1956. In 1971, it underwent a major improvement program as the Improved Hawk, or IHawk, which made several improvements to the missile and replaced all the radar systems with new models. Improvements continued throughout the next 20 years, adding improved ECCM, a potential home-on-jam feature, and in 1995, a new warhead that made it capable against short-range tactical missiles. Janes reported that the original system's single-shot kill probability was 0.56. IHawk improved this to 0.85. The Hawk system consists of a large number of component elements. These elements were typically fitted on wheeled trailers, making the system semi-mobile. The Hawk missile is transported and launched from the M192 towed triple missile launcher. The missile is propelled by a dual-thrust motor with a boost phase and a sustain phase. The MIM-23A missiles were fitted with M22E8 motor, which burns for 25 to 32 seconds. The M23B and later missiles are fitted with an M112 motor with a 5-second boost phase and a sustained phase of around 21 seconds. The M112 motor has greater thrust, thus increasing the engagement envelope. The original MIM-23A missiles use a parabolic reflector, but the antenna directional focus was insufficient. When engaging low-flying targets, the missile would dive on them, only to lose them in the ground clutter. The MIM-23B IHawk missiles, and later use a low-side lobe, high-gain plane antenna to reduce sensitivity to ground clutter, in addition to an inverted receiver developed in the late 1960s to give the missile enhanced ECCM ability and increase the Doppler frequency resolution. The system has an operational range of 50 kilometers, or around 31 miles, and a flight ceiling of 65,000 feet, or 20,000 meters. Spain currently operates two Hawk types, Phase 1 and Phase 3. But as with other Hawks, these also were upgraded to iHawk. The Russian Air Force had a 10-to-1 advantage against Ukraine. It was thought that Russia would have full control of the skies in a few days, but as the conflict nears 8 months, Ukrainian aircraft are still flying and air defenses are still firing. Technically, the Suppression of Enemy Air Defenses (SEAD) operation has been a major failure, and Russia has even lost its most modern operational jet due to this. With Ukraine getting systems like Hawk, Russian Air Force will likely face an increasingly tougher situation over Ukrainian skies, with aircrafts and missiles being intercepted more frequently. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.